We got a former Houston tenant claims unjust eviction. Unjust eviction. After reported break-ins. Y'all dog you people be out here doing the doggone most of it. I'm finna just go it on the short to you. I ain't even gonna hold you. Watch this here, man. Y'all don't even know how to rob no more.
Tenant at a high-rise apartment complex is speaking out after she says she was unjustly forced out despite being a victim of multiple attempted break-ins. Fox 26's Jonathan Mejia is live for us in Midtown with the tenant's complaints, but also how the apartment complex is reacting. Jonathan.
Yeah, that tenant lived here at the jewelry place, and she says she was given 3 days to move out, but the complex is saying it was a mutual agreement.
Mutual.
March.
Did y'all see him? Damn it, I almost choked. He ran up to the side like if we ain't see him. Go ahead.
Move out.
Do it again.
But the complex is saying it was a mutual agreement. March 22nd at 2:42 a.m., it was caught on camera the moment two men are seen attempting to break into an apartment at the jewelry place in Midtown. In this video, you can see both perpetrators cover the cameras.
So the first break-in, they came up to the 9th floor, which I have no idea how they got access to because our apartments are supposed to be very secure.
2 days later, March 24th at 3:10 a.m., you can see three men in the video. One has a red shirt that says retired drug dealer.
Y'all can't be that goddamn dumb.
And he is seen using a crowbar to get into the apartment.
You can't be that dumb.
And the scariest attempt for Essay was when one of the men was caught on camera pulling an assault rifle out of his pants.
If y'all did not believe me, we did a show that had showed us, that educated us, that you can have a whole AR-15 inside of skinny jeans. Player just pulled out a whole damn assault rifle out of his skinny jeans.
That goddamn dumb.
And he is seen using a crowbar to get into the apartment.
You can't be that dumb.
And the scariest attempt for Essay was when one of the men was caught on camera pulling an assault rifle out of his pants.
By the grace of God and shout out to Ring cameras, both me and my neighbors got alerted, and we were able to speak to them through the Ring cameras. And I feel like they maybe thought we were home when we spoke to them through Ring cameras, so they ran.
It was scary moments for Sir Joyce Essay. She had been living at the jewelry place for 3 months. The attempted break-in occurred while she was on vacation in Hawaii.
It sounded like he keeps saying the jewelry place, but it's the Dury. D-R-E-W. Dew. Like Mountain Dew. So Dury place or something like that. Go ahead.
I was so taken back.
Oh, she was in Hawaii.
When I looked at my Ring cameras and my neighbor's Ring cameras, I was so taken back and like distraught. First of all, I'm like 10,000 miles away in a whole different place, and I was expecting for more assurance from the people that I paid all their rent to.
Essay reported the attempted break-ins to the property manager, who told her to file a police report, which she did. After the second attempt, Essay claims the staff were no longer helpful and gave her 3 days to move out.
It's supposed to be like a luxury, secure apartment. That's the reason why I decided to move there, because it was secure and because it was luxury and nice. But on the back end, it doesn't seem as luxurious and nice.
It don't seem as luxurious and nice. They're on the 9th floor. Think about it, baby. You in Hawaii. You and your neighbor like got the alert on like your Ring thing. They came to your apartment or your neighbor's apartment. Why did they choose you to?
As I thought it was going to be.
In response, the jewelry place told Fox 26, HPD found this to be an isolated incident. However, they have increased security presence inside and outside of the building, as well as have more security patrolling the 9th floor.
Risking your life for some shoes or clothes is kind of silly. This is something that is really not necessary.
And say it's luxurious. That's why they broke in. Duh, you got to go for it right there. Listen, she said that they must have thought that we was home, so that's why they had them left. Why would they choose y'all though?
Houston police says they
You better think about your friends, baby.
searched for fingerprints but did not locate them, and none of the 3 men have been identified. Reporting live here in Midtown, Jonathan Mejia, Fox.
Yeah, like what about the rest of the floors? They on the she was on the 9th floor. They went to the 9th floor right to her apartment. The 9th floor, baby. The 9th, luxurious, supposed to be top flight security type. You know what I'm saying? And they go right to your door. Girl, your friends don't like you. Baby, sugar baby girl with your shirt tied up. I don't like how you got it all the way buttoned up. Come on now, sugar. You sound feminine. I'm gonna go ahead and give you that right there. But we don't rock that. Like, come, girl. You look like you got a little chest on you now. I'm gonna go ahead and give it to you too. But look. We don't button it all the way up. Ladies don't button their thing all the way up like that. I don't like that damn shirt. How many of y'all like the shirt? I think that she could have picked a better shirt because she also have on blue jeans, but it's hard for y'all to see. You know what I'm saying? She got on blue jeans. You got that damn shirt on, baby. That shirt should not, no. Throw the shirt away, sister. Move right along. I ain't gonna eat much hole, yeah.